Okay, welcome back to another episode of Just an Introvert podcast. I'm Abby,
And I'm Amy.
and this will be our first episode of the new year, 2026.
Mhm.
And how are you, Amy?
Well, I've had better starts of the year. My father-in-law did pass away a couple weeks ago. He had Parkinson's for about 10 years. It was pretty slow onsetting, but this last year his health really declined and we knew right, around the holidays it was probably near. And so it did finally happen. So we had, memorial service, graveside, just a whole weekend of honoring and remembering him. It was really good, but definitely very draining and, still kind of physically trying to recover from all of it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's a lot.
but yeah, that was kind of the start of my year. How
Yep,
about you?
yep.
How's it going for
Just,
you?
just tired, and life is lifing, as we say, and
Mm.
kids are crazy, and the world is crazy, and et cetera, et cetera. So.
Yeah.
We're here, but we are here to hopefully have lift people's spirits and have a fun conversation about all things introvert. That's the
Yes,
that's the
yes,
plan.
absolutely. That is the plan.
That's the plan. I know it's funny. We usually like catch up when we start the episodes, but just kind of, for the fun of it. But I'm like, oh, we actually have not seen. Was it Christmas the last time we saw
I
each
think
other?
it was
And
Christmas. Yeah.
probably haven't like really talked since. So yeah,
No.
dang, it's weird. But again, we are back. We are still here. We are still making
Yes.
episodes. You haven't gotten rid of us yet.
Not yet.
Um, nope. All right, let's see if we know how to do this. All right, so we are starting with our icebreaker, which is me. Okay, my icebreaker is as I research this, I realize it's kind of a dumb, obvious question, but we'll still talk about it. What is your favorite sport in the Winter Olympics?
Ooh,
Mm,
definitely ice skating.
yes, agree. I know. I was like, that's mine too. And I look up the list. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's pretty much the only thing. There's not
Yes.
much in the Winter Olympics. I just learned. So,
I mean, I will if like skiing or,
right.
those things are on, I'll have them on
Yeah.
in the background. And I have to say, I'm not maybe quite as into ice skating as I used to be. I used to
Mm-hmm.
know the ice skaters, have my
Yeah.
favorites. And now I don't really know names, but it's
Yeah.
something that I probably is my favorite to
Yeah.
watch.
No,
So,
it's
how
it's
about
fun
you?
to watch. Same. Figure skating
Same.
is my
Okay.
is my but I was looking it up and I'm like, okay, again, there's not many, but the ones they do have are kind of insane. Like there's like I can't remember the names of them now, where people are just like body sliding down ice and I'm like, "Oh, okay. There's two different ones. Okay, now I'm gonna look it up." Because there's like seriously, I was like, I didn't even know that these existed. Let's see. Because it says there's
I
like
mean, it doesn't
40.
surprise me because
Yeah,
there are some random things that they do, the
there
sporting
are.
ones.
So there's like which they must have changed the name. I swear it used to be bobsledding, but now it's bobsleighing. I don't know. I
Sleigh.
just sleigh,
Bobsleigh.
sleigh. Seriously, I'm like, okay. I just think of cool runnings. That's all I think of. But and then okay,
Yes.
so I don't know, luge or luge. I'm
Oh,
assuming
luge.
luge
Uh-huh.
and skeleton. I'm like, why is there a picture of a person just sliding down ice? And I guess that's what it is. I'm like, how have I never seen this before? So I'm definitely
Well, I've
gonna
seen the
keep eyes out for
luge.
that.
I've seen the bobsled. I've seen like the four people, like
Yeah.
and the
But this
one
one,
person,
like,
two
it looks like
person.
it's literally just like the one person sliding because skeleton is, let's see. Skeleton is when they lay on their front and luge is when they lay on their back. So that's the difference. But I'm like, you're literally
Okay.
just sliding down ice. Again, I'm gonna need to check this out because I'm like, how have I never seen this before? But no, we had a lot of fun during the last summer Olympics with the kids. The kids loved watching everything. Were so
Yeah.
entertained. So I'm excited to show the
It
kids
is a
like
fun
figure
family
skating. Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
something that everybody can enjoy and
Yeah.
watch.
I just feel
So
like it's on in the background and you're like, okay, what are we watching today?
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Like I'm so out of it that Niles the other night said something about Winter Olympics. I'm like, those are happening now? What's going on? I'm
right?
where
I
have I
literally only
been?
knew because Peacock, that's where they're streaming all of it. It has like the Olympic symbol on there. I'm like, oh,
Oh
the
my God.
Olympics must be coming.
I was
Otherwise, I would not
talking
have known.
I was talking to someone the other day. I can't remember who it was, but they're like, isn't it so funny that the Olympics have the most like random sports that nobody ever watches? It's not like you'd be like, hey, let's go and join the curling team
Seriously.
or the one where they ski and then shoot. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
where did they
Who decided this?
Yes.
Oh
But
my
that's what we
gosh.
watch at the Olympics and we're like,
Right?
this is cool, but
We didn't know it existed, but all of a sudden it's
the
like the
rest
most
of the time,
entertaining thing.
like,
Yep.
how do you even join those things? So
Right?
kind of funny.
I have always said they need to have a comparison, like in the corner of the screen, just a normal non-athlete doing what they're doing, just for like a,
Oh,
oh, okay, I see how hard this is. Because I'm like, how many of us are like, come on, how'd you and like could
right. As
never,
we're
or
eating a bag of chips on the couch.
exactly, exactly. Or I remember like when I was in my teens, and I'm like, wow, these kids are younger than me, and they are. I'm like, okay, I'm officially humbled. Like, wow,
Well, and the way they make it look so easy, and then you
totally.
try it for 2 seconds and you go, oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
that's why they're 24/7 training for
Yep.
years
Yep.
to make it look this easy because it is not
Yep.
easy.
No, no, none of it is. Even the crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
respect. I could never
Yeah.
get anywhere close, but yeah, I'll be enjoying watching some of that the next couple
Yeah.
of weeks. But yeah.
Same. That'll
Yep.
be fun. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Would you rather? So I was
Yes.
thinking this month we celebrate we have two uh at least in my I know we have one president holiday
Mm-hmm.
that everybody celebrates, but in our school district we celebrate. We have two 3-day weekends for
Yeah.
Lincoln
Yeah.
and Washington. So I was thinking about Lincoln and would you rather dress up like Abraham Lincoln and go shopping around your grocery store?
Ooh.
Or would you rather stand in front of the grocery store? You can be just dressed as yourself, but reciting the Gettysburg Address as people
Ooh.
walk in.
I think I would rather dress as Abraham Lincoln and walk around because I don't know that I could get through, definitely not from memory. That's embarrassing. I couldn't even tell you anything that's in the Gettysburg Address. Yay. Um, yay for my education. But um no, I think also because, I live in Stockton. It's a little weird here. I could probably just pick the right grocery store and no one would bat an eye. So
Yes.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, whenever we move, I'm gonna miss like, you know what? I can get away with going to the grocery store looking rough and it's fine. No one's gonna notice, but yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
What about you?
I think the same because people might look at me and go, "Oh, that was been a dress up day. Maybe that's a teacher."
Yes. Yep.
Whereas when you're talking, when people walk in, I don't know, that just
That's a little much.
gives you a little like, oh, that person, are they right in the head?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Which, okay, that makes me think of an introvert nightmare for me when people are, it happens at our grocery store all the time.
uh-huh.
And I don't know, like I know they're not allowed to, minus like the Girl Scouts or whatever. They don't like sell stuff, but there's people who have like sign this petition for something, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's legit. I don't want to be a jerk, but don't talk to me. And
Yep.
God bless Randall because he knows the guy. There's one guy that's always at our grocery store and he knows him. He's like, hey man, I got a new one this week. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go get the cart. You have fun. Bye.
I know, I do. I feel bad too, like because I don't want to seem like someone that just is not
Right.
interested, but I don't know. I don't want to take the time to look and then they want to talk a lot and we know what it
Yes.
is with talking and when you
Yes.
go in the store you're just usually like I'm gonna get in and get out.
Yep. In go mode for sure. For
Right.
sure. Yeah.
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 That's funny.
Which segues wonderfully into our topic. So we had a question from a listener. I'll let you read the question, Amy, because I know you have it, or whoever it
Yes.
was from.
So yes, this is one of our listeners. I work with her, and she said, "My question, as an extroverted friend, are there things we can do to make you, an introvert, feel more comfortable in an extroverted world?" And I thought that was a
Yes.
great question
Yes.
because extroverts, sometimes don't know, just like us introverts, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
don't know what an extrovert needs. And so it's good to have that communication. And so we kind of, get to know each other,
Yeah.
strengths and weaknesses
Yes.
better and how to help each other,
Yeah.
when we're in situations that we may not understand through their point of view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. It's a
so
very, very thoughtful question. I love it. I'm
yes,
I'm
yes.
excited to dive into that. So clearly, first off, you can just talk to the people trying to get your signature at the grocery store. That's
Yes.
thing number one. Ah. Um, okay, so we'll just kind of list off some of the things that we've thought of. My first one is I think I can speak for all introverts when talking to extroverts. I promise we don't hate you. I feel like there's that like, oh, extroverts are always the problem. And like, no, I hope that that's never
Right.
the vibe that we give off. There's truly not a like negative energy. It's more of
Yeah.
a the differences, and how those can be overlooked. And sometimes it feels like it's easier. It would be easier to live as an extrovert in an introverted world than the opposite, being an introvert living in an extroverted world. So
Yes.
starting off with that, the differences are okay. It's not a bad thing, but
No, it's
yeah,
not. Yeah.
yeah,
So I was one of my biggest things is if I'm invited, like if I make plans with someone like for lunch, I just want to be with you. That is my expectation. That's what
yes,
I want. And sometimes extroverts are just friendly people and they want to make everybody feel included. We'll be like, hey, I invited so and so. And I can't tell you how much that like ruins the vibe. And then you feel bad because you sound like you're just this unfriendly person that's like, no,
right,
I don't want to get together with anybody else. But it just changes the whole dynamic because I, was looking forward to having that deep conversation with you. And now there's
right,
someone else in the picture I wasn't planning on, I don't know as well. And that's just makes me very uncomfortable. And
yes,
that's happened a lot in my
yeah,
life. And it's
yeah.
hard to explain that because then you just sound like a jerk.
Yes.
Because
I feel like
I know their intention,
yeah.
and it's a good thing to want other people
Yes.
included, but
Yes.
that's my big one for sure.
Totally. Totally. I think like the more people there, I like every time there's a person added, I feel like it changes the dynamic. And for me, it's like I know what to expect with like this person. I know what to expect with this person, but like combined, like how is that gonna go? Yeah, no, I have a hard time with that too. And again, I get the like, hey, let's just, throw this person in there too. But I'm like, I mentally have to prepare for all my social interactions. So I'm like, if I don't have time to adjust, what I'm expecting, that can be difficult for sure.
And selfishly, like I want your attention
Yes.
and I don't want to have to share.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. I think
Yeah.
being in lots of situations in like group settings where you don't get that one-on-one quality time that you would want with someone, like I always talk about
Yes.
the times I've been in weddings where I really only know the bride.
Yeah.
It sounds fun, and then I'm like, okay, everyone, the bride is the focus of this entire event. I'm not going to get the one-on-one time that I
Hmm.
expect. So it's kind of that feeling of this is my point of contact. This is the person I want to be with. And you're like, oh, shoot, like I have to share with everyone, or I,
Yes.
have to like work in the dynamics of other people. But in the same way, I don't want to like steal the one person away and have all their attention and just be talking to me. Like I don't
Right.
expect that from that person, but
Right.
that's like ideally what I want. So, when you're intentionally planning a one-on-one kind of event or get together or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. And I struggle with that at parties too. Like, I
Yes.
don't want to monopolize, but I'm there for them. And like,
Yep.
that's all I care about.
Yep.
But I know
Yep.
they have to like be around to talk to everybody. And so,
Do
yeah,
their
but I
thing. Yeah.
totally understand that. And, introverts might not want to talk, but one on one, I will talk for
Yes.
hours. So
Yes.
that's why I don't want other people around because then it's like, okay.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
it just always sounds so mean. And I'm
Like, do
not
we
trying to
have to
be
invite the other
mean,
person? No, I get
but
it.
it just really, really does change the dynamic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably my biggest one
Yeah.
as an introvert, just
Yeah.
wanting
That's a good
introverts
one.
to know. So,
Yeah. Yeah. One of my other ones is letting us, the introverts, kind of define what is comfortable, what is uncomfortable, and then I feel like a lot of my relationships with extroverts, there's moments of like, here, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna like push you out of your comfort zone and like help you do this thing. And like the intentionality behind it is they're wanting to help us. And I
Yeah.
love that. I see that. I appreciate that. But I would much rather have the definition or what I want help with
Mhm.
that, let that come from me. Don't just spring this like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this thing for you. And it's like, no, 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 you're actually making it
Yeah.
so much worse. But again, letting that come from because there's times that I'm like, hey, I'm really nervous to do this, or I need like, can you come with me? Or can you like those kind
Yes.
of moments? Yes, help us out. Love that. But again, don't spring on. And guess what? I'm gonna push you into this uncomfortable situation. And yeah,
Right. And it's, and again, probably well intentioned
absolutely.
and they really, want to help you in that way. But yeah, just kind of, you know,
Yeah.
letting us kind of guide the how far that's going to go or if we even want it
Yes.
to go there. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that's definitely one that's
Yeah.
good.
Because sometimes I've like most specifically with like in my relationship with Randall, like there's times that I'm like, hey, can you do this thing for me? I don't want to do it. Like help me out that way. And there's times that's like, no, like I can do this. Like if we're in that secure relationship with someone, like we will communicate that. And
Yes.
I do think that's part of it too, is that like letting that wall down and having that level with someone isn't just naturally given out to everyone. It's like, okay, that takes time to really
Hmm.
establish that and
Yeah.
allowing like the time and space to let that relationship develop and get to that point of security of like, okay, like I trust you and, I want your help in
Right.
this or whatever that is.
Yeah. And something you said just kind of reminded me of, um, sometimes wanting to retreat and then sometimes realizing you can't, to live in this world, you can't do all the
Yes.
introvert things you want. You can't
Yep.
be enclosed in your house and never be in contact with
Right.
people. It's not healthy, and I get
Nope.
that. And so there's sometimes that, of course, I want to do my introvert stuff, but sometimes I'm like, I've got to,
Yeah.
you can't live in this world and
No.
just so I force myself or make like at school like I go in the lunchroom and I have friends so it's not like I'm nervous but
Right.
I try to do that more often than not because it's so easy to now if I need a day to do it I have no
Totally.
problem but yeah it's always a balance to realize that even though I need these needs met I also am a human in this world and we do need each other and I do have to do things
Yeah.
in community.
Yes.
So
Yes,
it's
for
always
sure.
trying to
Yeah.
be the best of both worlds
Yes,
for
that's
us. So
that's something that I feel like I've been working on lately is trying to like push myself in some of those things. I had this realization, and I feel like just even outside of introverts, just I feel like such an old person when I say this, but I'm like just we all are so like there's not like the village mentality, the community mentality. It's so like individualized, which can
mhm.
be there's beautiful things about that. Like don't get
Yes.
me wrong, I love a mobile order. I love a drive up grocery pickup. Like I love
Hmm.
those things.
Hmm.
But I'm like no, like I'm trying to be better about hey, if I'm gonna go pick up one item from, like the other weekend, I was seeing my grandma, your mom,
Yeah.
and there's a certain bread that she likes from this bakery by my house. And I'm like, yeah, I'll pick one up for you. And I'm like, I could mobile order, or I could just walk in, have a conversation. The
Yeah.
girl I talked to was super nice. She complimented my nails. It was great. And I was like, hey, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. So that's just like a little side note, like, working on those things. And again,
Yeah,
doing that
absolutely.
within my own space,
Yes.
comfortability, kind of on my own terms. But yeah, anyways.
Yes, no, I agree. And because the less and less you do those things, then you become full of anxiety to go do things. And
Yes.
so you got to do it enough that
Mm-hmm.
it's not some scary thing. But then I think here's another thing that was on my list, but made me think of sometimes extroverts, just say you need to be doing this, just like black and white. And it's like, wait a
Yep.
minute, no, some is okay, but maybe you need more of this, and I don't maybe need as much. So,
Right.
don't tell me how much I need to,
Right. Right.
be out there or
Yeah.
whatever.
Because I
But
feel like if you overdo it, that's just going to shut you down entirely.
yep,
Like, I think of it like if you never ate a vegetable in your life and
yeah,
you're like, hey, I should probably eat vegetables, you're not going to immediately go full vegan, raw kale for every, like, no,
yeah,
that's not going to work. Like, you've got to
right.
do it in steps. And I think same thing
Yeah.
with like some skills that, like, and it feels like even setting that goal for myself, I'm like, I kind of feel stupid that I have to like learn how to have social interactions. I don't know. It's just this weird. I'm like, no, like it's okay. It's like I want to get better at this. I want, to
Mhm.
have more confidence in those things. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And even myself today, I had a periodontist appointment, and they are the bane of my existence. I dread them so much, even more than any other medical procedure.
Yeah,
And
that's
I just get stressed, I get mad, and I had to tell myself today, don't take out your frustration on the people there. They're here to
absolutely.
help you. And so I really tried hard. I was was very proud of myself. I wasn't overly talkative, but I was kind in how I responded and friendly, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, that's not their problem that I have all
Yep.
this and that. So, but I really had to kind of talk myself, because, I'm
Yes.
like, well, I, I'm okay feeling this way, but
Yeah. Yeah.
just be an
No,
adult.
yep. I get
It's
it. I
hard
get it.
sometimes,
It
but
is. And I think too, we've talked about this before, but both of us having such like socially and emotionally demanding jobs that I think
yes.
that's something that I don't give myself credit for too. Like if
Hmm.
it's at the end of the week and the end of the day, I don't want to talk to anyone that I don't have to or want to.
Hmm.
Like if it's not someone that I love or am getting paid to interact with at work, like I'm
Right.
not doing it. Like I'm sorry, I
Yes.
just can't. Versus like, hey, it's the weekend, I'm rested, refreshed, whatever. I think
Yes.
having that too, just context of when you're doing what you're doing. Like, okay, is this realistically a time for me to push myself, or do I just need to put myself in
Right.
the corner for a little bit and recharge and give myself that time?
Yeah, yeah. And just with everything, like last weekend, I just haven't even
Yeah.
had a day. And so I was just kind of building myself up, but then I took a breath, and I'm like, okay, it's okay. And then that was I actually had a good conversation with the receptionist, because she was asking if anything had changed on my, like health history sheet,
Hmm.
or what I'm taking. And and I've talked about this on the podcast before, about hormones and all that. So
Yep.
I looked up and I said, well, I'm on hormones. I don't know if that's something I put. And she goes,
Yeah.
oh, and she started to ask a question. She goes, oh, I don't want to be too personal. I'm like, no, what's your question? And we just talked a ton. She's having a lot of problems and having
Hmm.
a hard time getting the help she needs. And so we were
Yeah.
talking, and she was kind of, trying to be like, sorry. I'm like, no, we should talk about this.
Yes.
This is, so it was good. So I'm like, hey,
A-
this is a good thing. And this wouldn't have happened had I,
Absolutely.
closed myself off, and, did my comfort zone. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
anyway, it's just a
For sure.
constant battle.
It is. It is.
But
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
I went off on
Let's
kind of
see.
major tangent there, but
What's new? Welcome to our podcast.
but that's us. That's
That's
what's
us.
the
That's why you're
charm of
here,
ours.
right?
That's right. People love hearing us banter back and forth.
Right? At least
Uh,
we know. That's our assumption. No one
that's
said they
true.
don't like it, so
We
we're
do.
just going to take that as it's everyone's favorite thing.
You know what? Exactly. Exactly.
My gosh.
Um,
Let's see. What else do I have? I feel like a lot of it, I just have a bunch of sporadic notes. Some things overlap. Um, oh, I put this kind of that they're um, depending on the relationship you have with us,
mhm.
what we want and need is going to look different. And I feel like that's, a very broad
Yeah,
sentence,
yeah.
but in the context of introvert, extrovert, like what I need from you and how that looks in one relationship is going to look so different than in a different relationship. Different types of
Yeah.
relationships, as well
Yes.
as my relationships with introverts and my relationship with extroverts. I feel like that can sometimes get muddy, especially
Hmm.
if those, people are all around each other. Like,
Right.
I've got this person, like someone like my dad, that's very similar minded, introvert, we're on the same wavelength, we get along.
Yeah.
someone extroverted could see that and be like, wait, how, you do all these things with him, like why is it different here and why can't you, and I think
Yes.
that that's something to keep in mind is again those relationships just work differently. So they're going to, externally seem different,
Totally.
but, underneath the surface, that's not always, how it is, and it doesn't mean anything bad or different. It doesn't mean anything bad. It's just different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I like how you put that because I sometimes I feel like the same way. I might be different with someone, but there's just a different level
Yeah.
of um yeah, like
Yeah. Like, and kind of tying into what you said earlier about we do like to yap. We do like to talk, so I could sit with a fellow introvert and have a deep conversation for hours and then
for real.
someone's like, let's go to a party. And like, nope, I don't want to talk to anyone. It's like, wait, but you just sat and talked it's like, it's
It's
different.
totally different.
It's a totally different thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The deep connecting stuff as opposed to the shallow on the surface
Yes.
stuff is so worlds
Yeah.
apart
Yep.
for us.
Yep. And that's something I've heard consistently that's so different is like for an extrovert, I feel like that kind of like easy small talk that, and not to generalize, but it seems it's just easy and you can just bring that out whenever. I'm like, for me,
Right.
that's exhausting.
Mm.
I'm, I feel like I have to do so much more mental gymnastics to maintain that kind of conversation
Yes.
than to just like, here, let's just jump in the deep end of my life. And, I would much rather do that. But
Yes.
that's not always like appropriate or easy in
E-
those kind of settings. So you're kind of stuck in
Exactly.
this, do I and then I always get in my head about, okay, I know that I'm uncomfortable sitting and making this small talk. Can the person
Mhm.
I'm talking to tell that I'm uncomfortable? And is it worse to talk or is it worse to just be awkwardly quiet? Like what's the what's going to disrupt all of this the least? Like how can I
Yes.
just get through and, I'm like what's the worst of two evils,
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I found with this last weekend, there's a lot of talking with people. Um, And when you get talking someone one on one,
Hmm.
you're forced to be on. Whereas I noticed if someone else walked up, that just relieved the burden just enough
Yes.
that I didn't feel like I was the one that was, having to
Yeah.
receive everything. Like it just helped. I realized, okay, having someone else kind of be in
Like
the group.
sharing that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Even
Yeah.
though I totally enjoyed talking to the person, but it just helped, especially when your social battery is like
Yes.
gone.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
oh, someone else walked up. Whew.
Yep.
Okay, I can excel a little bit and
Yep. Yep.
don't feel
And
quite as
and I feel like in those situations, if you have, again, we both have oh gosh, I'm dropping my water bottle. Sorry. Okay. Trying not to spill and everything. Like having both of us having partners that are more extroverted, like um having, I don't know, it sounds silly, but almost having them to like kind of keep an eye and like, hey, if I'm chilling in this conversation for a long time, I'm internally doing all the work to just be at a functioning level. So I might, to the average person, look like, oh, I'm good. I'm, just chatting away. But I'm like,
right.
you know me well enough to know if I'm drowning. Please come bail me out. Please
Right.
just stand next to me. To just exist and jump into
Yes.
the conversation. Help.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
again, I'm like,
absolutely.
those people that are close to us, they know when we're
Oh,
like
yes.
truly engaging versus just like, okay, I'm, not to say we're not having a good time, but
Yes.
working a lot harder and exhausting that
Exactly.
mental energy.
Right, right, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
One other one I thought of, and this one's kind of it's just funny in my mind, but like if an extrovert invites me to go to a party with him, don't leave me the whole time.
Yes.
I'm going with you and I want to stay with you that entire time. Please don't
Mm-hmm.
leave me. Don't walk off.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
selfish, but I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
I
I get
want
it.
to, have all your
Well,
attention, which I know is not
yes.
always, but I just, if an extrovert asks an introvert, please be prepared to not assume that they're going to just,
Yep.
talk with other people like you would comfortably do around the room. I'm like,
Right.
"Ugh."
Right. And like and seeing it, from our perspective as like, hey, I wouldn't of my own volition want to go to this event or party or whatever. So I am like, hey, because I care about you, I want to go with you to this. Like I'm offering the olive branch. Don't leave
Yeah.
me hanging.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
abandon me. Like
Yes.
I'm, to a certain extent doing this for you. So don't like
Right.
don't make me
Right.
feel like, oh, great, I did this thing and now I'm
Yes.
stuck by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm lucky enough to have a spouse and probably you as well,
Yep.
who I can just hang on like a monkey branch
Yep. Sure
and they
thing.
just will talk to everybody and I can just stand there and look pretty.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man, I have this one friend. I think I've said this before on one of our episodes, but at my one of my schools, she's super extroverted, and she knows I'm introverted. And if I ever go to like a staff function, I told her, I said, I need an extrovert. She goes, right here. She always puts her seat, and she will stay by me. And she's
Yes.
like,
We
thank
love it.
you.
We love it.
She
Yep.
gets it, and
Yep.
she understands. So anyway,
That's
but
funny because at my work, I would, we haven't had explicit conversations, but I would assume the majority are introverts. So, and again, we work at a bigger doctor's office. So there's like
uh-huh.
five, no, six nurses, and there's like 30 doctors and 30 plus medical assistants. So the nurse group is kind of a smaller group. So whenever there's like a
Uh-huh.
social gathering, it's our text group. Okay, is anyone going? Because I'm not
Yes.
going by myself. There's not like the extrovert, like, hey, take us, come with it. It's always like us amongst each other, like, okay, are we all doing this or are none of us doing this? Like
Yep.
there's not going to
Yep.
be an in between or if someone can't go last minute, yeah, okay, then none of us, we're out. We're not doing
Yes.
this.
Yes. Or yeah, if I'm secretly going because someone else is and they say they're not going, I'm like, okay, me
Mm-hmm.
neither.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Because it's all different now. If you're not
Totally.
attending,
Yep. For sure.
that's
Oh my
funny.
gosh. Let's see if I have anything. I feel like I've kind of gone through most
Yeah, I think
of,
I
and
did
I feel
too.
like just overarching, I think the concept, which, if the whole world did this, so many things would be wonderful. That like different is okay. Different is not bad. Different is not wrong. We
Yes.
would all benefit from a little bit of like, hey, seeing things from someone else's perspective, which
Right.
you're never going to do if you never have that conversation. So
Exactly.
understanding and clarifying and over communicate and all of those good things. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
definitely. And the stories that people tell, you don't hear those things when you're not in contact, and so you miss out on
absolutely.
that kind of stuff. So, it's like I said, I was just trying to find a balance of
Yes.
being comfortable in this world, yet still living as a human in this world.
Yes. Yep. Because we would
So,
not survive without our extroverts.
no, no,
Oh,
yeah. But we're trying
we're
hard.
we're working on it.
Yes, we are.
Oh man.
Well, this was good. I hope we gave any extroverts
Yes.
listening, just a little more insight
Yep.
into how our brain works. And
Mm-hmm. And in the reverse, like if any of our extrovert listeners out there have
yes,
tips for now I'm like gonna mix up my words here for how us introverts could, right? Yes, my
yes,
brain
yes,
is
uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you.
okay. I'm like, I know Amy understands what I'm saying, but
You're
I'm
you're
like,
you're on the right
yes,
path.
yes. So yeah, if there are any extrovert thoughts about how we could help be accommodating to them, because again, the
Yeah.
assumption is the world is catered towards extroverts, but I know that's not true 100% of the time. So
Right.
I know there's stuff
Right.
that, on the flip side would be helpful for us to know. So
Yeah. I
our
mean, it's all
message is
about
always open.
communication
Yep.
and getting to know each other, and
Yep.
you know, I wish the world right now
Yeah.
would understand that. But
Would
anyway,
be great.
we'll save
Uh,
that for another time or
yes.
never at all.
Our always talked about Patreon of
Yes, that's right. The secret Patreon. We
where
always
Amy
say
and I
that.
just yap for as much time as we record. We just
For real. For real.
yes,
Oh
yes, yes,
man.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Should we
right.
gosh, wrap this up with
Yes.
our final two? Okay. What do you have for awkward moment from we usually say this week, but this year. What's your awkward moment from the year so
This
far?
year. Okay,
This
so
year.
I was looking, like I said, I'm terrible like at remembering stuff lately. I'm gonna
Yeah.
blame perimenopause. So I write a lot of notes in my phone. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back into my phone and this one time I was taking Kuro for a walk and I was at a crosswalk with a light and the light turned green and I'm the type that I want to get across quickly. I don't
Yep.
want, I see people dawdling across. It
Oh,
totally annoys me. Like, hey,
yep.
just so anyway, I was at Kuro and I was like, I'm gonna jog across. And I'm jogging, and halfway across, my phone flies out of my pocket. And I'm like, I had
Oh,
to turn around in front of a bunch of line of cars, pick up my phone, and I'm just like not making eye contact. And I'm like, oh, I hope everybody
oh.
got a good laugh. Trying to be fast, quick, get out of their way. And then, of course, I just
That's
made
always
it
when that
longer.
happens. When you're like, I
Yes.
have a plan, I'm gonna just get this done, and then the world's
No
like,
other
nope,
time did my phone fall out, but
no,
it just, when it did, it was in front of a bunch of people. So
yep,
I'm like, oh,
yep,
well, there you
yep,
go. Enjoy
lovely.
the show, everyone. So
Oh my gosh.
that was mine. How about you?
Nice. So over New Year's, we had gone to Monterey and Carmel and spent um with a 3 and a 6-year-old. You can't go to the beach without physically going to the beach.
Yeah.
So we were on the beach and it was actually nice. I was like, oh, it's gonna be
Uh-huh.
cold or rainy, and it was perfect. They played for a very long time. So
Yeah.
I was just cuddled up in the blankets, and our daughter had to go to the bathroom. So Randall goes to take her, so I'm just hanging out with Owen, and we have our little stroller wagon thing. He's sitting in the wagon eating a snack. So he's chilling. I'm just kind of keeping eyes on him. And I have so many questions about the dude. It's always a dude that's metal detecting on the beach. Like, are we making money off of that? Like, what are we just like, if anyone out there metal detects, please, like, I don't understand. If it makes you happy, I'm not one to yuck someone else's yum, but like, do you pay off the amount that you spend on the machine? I don't know. What, like,
Is the hunt more
is
fun
it,
than the
is that what it
find?
is? I don't know. So anyways, this guy has been just, sweeping the whole beach while we're hanging out there. And in this moment, he's like right next to where Owen is. And I can see Owen, he's close, he's not far away, but
Yeah.
I'm not like directly next to him. So I'm just kind of like keeping eyes. And like my 3-year-old is sitting in a stroller. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, strangers walking by the school. I'm like, I'm gonna, keep my eyes. So
Yeah.
it looks like I'm staring at this metal detector guy, and I'm like, I'm trying not to make eye contact. I'm like, I'm just looking at my kid, and it was just so uncomfortable because he got so close to
Mhm.
Owen. He like was not going to deviate from his path. And so I'm like, okay, like this is awkward. And then I mentioned it to Randall later. I'm like, yeah, he goes, yeah, that guy got really close to Owen. I'm like, okay, thank you. It wasn't just me. Like, it just was so I was like, do I get up and move the stroller? Like, is he gonna move the stroller if he finds something? Like, what are we gonna do here? It was just so I'm just sitting there like awkwardly staring this man
Oh,
down.
and he was probably completely oblivious.
Yes.
But like, come on, dude. Like,
I'm like,
it's
can you
never a good
sweep his
idea to
area
get close
later?
to a strange child.
Just,
I
like read the
mean,
room. Yeah. It was
yeah.
it was rough.
Oh
I was
my
like, okay,
gosh.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty awkward.
Yeah, it was it was. And of course, he was on the beach for like the next hour just doing his thing. So I was like, just don't come
Uh,
back. Just don't come back.
oh
Go somewhere else. Yeah.
no.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what do you have for your recommendation?
Okay, well, the people who've told me to go to Trader Joe's will be proud of me. I finally went and
Yay.
I always say it's far away. I mean, it's not, I'll make the trip other places that are just as far.
Right, right.
In fact, my friend Mark Rains makes fun of me. He's like, and I'm like, okay, that probably is an excuse because I know Trader Joe's is like it's like a cult in there, like
Yes.
it's
And I
just
am
a
a
different
member.
environment. And so I think
Yes.
that's part of the reason. But anyway,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
went and it was a lot of fun. And it was funny because I wanted to do a video of what I got and it was super crowded the day I
Yep.
went. I was like, "Oh," but I realized I did not feel self-conscious videoing. Nobody was paying attention to me at
Nope.
all.
Everyone's
It's
on a
like,
mission there.
okay, they are on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but my recommendation is the flowers there. They have the
Yes.
best price bouquet of flowers,
Yep.
and they are so pretty and they
Yep.
last a really long time. And so
Yep.
I got one for myself because why not? So I there was a work event this week. Well, we had a meeting and two of my coworkers, we were celebrating like one's having a birthday and
Hmm.
one is having a baby. And I was like, I'm driving all the way back to Trader
Yep.
Joe's to get some flowers.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
I'm now like I feel like I've only been there a couple times, but I'm slowly, making
Yes.
my way there. And anyways, but I
Yep.
just I just went. I that it's worth the trip to go
It
across
is.
town to get those flowers.
Yep. And
So,
there's just so many, and as you say, it's cult again. I'm like, yep, and I am fully invested because like the more I learn, like um, their products, like the people that work there, I read something that like a certain percentage of the employees have to, like when they get a new product, like they try it
mhm.
and it has to be popular among the employees for them to actually
Yeah,
like sell it. They're not just going to go based
gotcha.
off of this big corporate, like, oh, this is what we're making. So it makes sense when, it's a running joke that every time you go to Trader Joe's and you check, they're like, oh, this one's so good. Like they genuinely mean it because they have
Yeah.
to really stand behind their products, which I love. I also love, I learned this recently, everything, and I'm not super like aware of this usually, but nothing in Trader Joe's has like the red dyes in it. Like
Uh-huh.
everything is dye free, which is really nice. Um, and shout out to the Trader Joe's in, I don't know which one it is specifically, but long story short, recently my grandma had an injury and had to be in like a facility to physically rehab, and
Uh-huh.
the local Trader Joe's would donate all of their extra flowers, and so they would do this. I feel like it was weekly or monthly. This like they would let all the residents there like make bouquets out of their, they all had their own vases, and
Oh,
they would do this like flower arrangement class. So I just know that Trader Joe's does a lot of those kind of cool things, but definitely
that's
agree.
awesome.
Their flowers are the best. I'm not a big like flower person, but I'm like when we're there and I'm like, hey, it's $5 just to kind of keep a nice
Yeah,
bouquet in the house. Yeah, no,
right.
I
Yeah,
love
I know. I
Trader
just
Joe's.
bought myself one. I'm like,
Sure, yeah.
but it was funny. This is a side note, but when I checked out, the cashiers are always so I got
They
this
are.
this this older kind of hippie looking guy,
Yep.
and I got some of the kitty cookies, and
Yes.
and so he
Ugh.
scans. He's like, "Oh, I used to buy these for my when my boy was little," and
Yep.
I told him, they're for people, but he didn't believe me. He thought they were just for cats. So our whole family would eat in front of him, but he still wouldn't eat them. And then he's going on, and then he goes, "Hey, they should make little people cookies for
It's for
cats." And then he calls the bagger over, and they're having this whole conversation. And my mind's just like, and I had just come from the hospital from my long day with my father-in-law,
my
and
God.
and I'm already over
That's
stimulated.
like the most Trader Joe's
I was like,
experience ever.
okay, wow.
I
It was
love
just
it.
funny. I laugh at it now, but
Yes.
yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh
so
man.
yay!
That's so good.
All that to say, yay! Their flowers are definitely worth the drive.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
all right, what's your
Oh man.
recommendation?
Okay. So my recommendation is ancestry.com. So
Uh-huh.
my for Christmas, my mom had gotten my dad like a 3 month subscription or something. We have a lot of I don't know, I'm sure you've seen it. Like there's a lot of family history documents, like our extended family and distant family has kept up really well on a lot of those
Hmm.
things. So my dad has always had that paperwork, so he went on to ancestry.com to just see, okay, what can
Yeah.
I find and all sorts of stuff. And so as he was looking at it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see what I can do. And I
Yeah.
just did the free trial. It's like a 2 week, didn't have to pay
Hmm.
anything. You put your name in, it pulls anything from public record. So, like birth
Hmm.
records, then it has my parents' name. So then it's like, oh, there's all your parents' stuff. Their birth
Okay.
records has their, I mean, it went back. I didn't have to pay, I didn't have to do a lot of work, and it pulled back, I mean, generations. Like, we found people's like draft cards. We found like some of the
Wow.
immigration documents from it would have been your mom's grandpa. Like, I mean, just crazy stuff.
Wow.
It was so interesting and so cool.
Huh.
And we had so much fun. Like,
That's cool.
I found like my dad's yearbooks are on there. Like all of the pages scanned from his high school yearbook. So I was like, Dad, look what I found. So he looks, And, my dad's not a super like sentimental guy. He sat for like 10 minutes and was like flipping through and he's like, "Oh, remember the story when we did such this was this guy and this was
Oh,
this." Like it was
oh,
a really special. And then he
that's so
called
cool.
his mom, your mom, grandma. It's weird
Yeah.
when we're talking about people. I'm like,
I know, I know.
whoever it is. And talked to her, and then she came over a couple weeks later and I was there. I just sat and listened to them. He was getting some information verified with her about, some family
Uh-huh.
details and just hearing all the stories, and it just like created a really cool couple of interactions and just
That's
like
neat.
maintaining and learning that family history, and it was really cool. So
That's awesome.
again, you can get the 2 weeks for free and you actually get a good amount from it. I even pulled then I put Randall's name in, so then I pulled some of his family. I mean, it's a neat just a really cool resource because again, you think about it, all of that's public record. So
Yeah.
birth records, marriage license,
Uh-huh.
census, like the census data, I think
Uh-huh.
the US Census they have like from 19 I know they have 1920, 30, 40, 50 and 60. I think like the physical written out this
Uh-huh.
it was just cool to see all of that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot on there. So
That's really cool.
if you're curious about your family history
Yeah.
or heritage or, and some stuff I knew, some stuff I didn't. Like, oh, that's cool. I never would have known
Oh,
that this person did this or, was from this place, whatever. But it was
yeah.
really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Yeah.
that's fun to reminisce.
Yes. Yes. I
Especially
love
as you
it.
get older. A
Yep. Yep.
little more to reminisce about,
Yeah.
but
Uh, but yeah.
anyway.
Fun.
Well,
All
this was
right.
a good. I
I
think
know. Getting
we
back into the swing of it.
yes, yes, and we hope we won't be have big of a gap this next time, but
Yes.
with the holidays and
Yes.
everything,
Yep.
we
I
had
think
a
we've
much needed little
we've learned to
break,
just
and
plan the break instead of, oops,
yes,
let's push it off a week. Oops, let's push it off another week. We just know that it's our
exactly.
little bit of a breather. And yeah,
Yes, yes.
yep, yep.
So great. Well, thanks guys for
Yeah,
tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.